Hi folks, Southern Remarketing in Jackson, Mississippi, where we sell motorhomes and we sell lots of them. We sell them only on eBay. We also, those of you who watch our sales know how much we like diesel trucks, and we sell lots and lots of diesel trucks. In the last 2 or 3 years, we've probably sold 300 of them. But the trucks we list, folks, they have to be different than what you can run down to your corner store and find. They have to be something just a little different. Today we're going to list a truck like that. You couldn't find one of these with a GPS, I wouldn't imagine. I'm certain there's not one on eBay, but this is a grand truck. Only one little item I'm going to show on you. You'll like everything about it, I think, especially you 7.3 liter diesel fans, and they are legion apparently, because we sell every 7.3 we can get, and the sale never lasts. But today we're going to list a really nice truck and an unusual truck. It's a 2002 Ford. It's an F350 dually, folks. It's a 7.3 liter diesel engine. Has a 6-speed transmission, which we love. They are just virtually impossible to find. This is a Lariat, a real nice Lariat. Sitting on a good set of tires, alloy wheels. Come on, we're going to show you this truck. Brand new windshield. The paint's good. It's a pretty color. It's not beat up and pecked up. Look at here though, a really nice truck. Got windows, door locks, tilt and cruise, power seats. A non-smoker's truck, no odors. This truck's only got 217,000 miles, folks. And you know, for a 7.3, that's just getting started.
Heated seats.
Heated seats, carpet's nice. You can see here the seats are nice. We love these 7.3s, folks. Some sides add a chrome package to it, which really looks good, as a matter of fact. Look how nice the back end is. Show the headliner, son. Not torn up and beat up and all that.
And as usual,
I can't help it.
I ain't turned your phone off.
Nice truck. Tires, good tires. Got 5 really good tires, matching tires, and one that doesn't, but it's a good tire. Alloy wheels, look at the baby.
That's some nice little aftermarket wheels. Got a turnover ball. You can see it's flat when you don't need it, or flip it over when you do.
You may or may not need that, folks, but if you ever did, it's about a $1,500 option. Now let me show you this. Watch. Don't say, hey Bob, you didn't tell us about this. This fender flare is cracked.
It's had a blowout at some point
and knocked that out. Now if you win this truck and you want a new fender flare put on it, you don't have to tell me it's going to cost $3,000 and all that. We'll put a new fender flare on it and paint it to match for $600. So you can have it like this. If you're going to use this as a work truck, or if you're going to use it as a hunting fishing truck, I'd leave it like it is. If you're going to want it kind of to spiff around in and pull a big fancy boat and all that, for $600 we'll fix that.
Now what that means is your high bid plus that.
Yeah. I'm sorry we're not talking down to you people, but you can't believe
we deal with idiots.
What we have to go through with these.
Not everybody, but
no, just not our good customers. And folks, we got 1,500 positive feedback. So, and not from selling baseball caps and T-shirts with dirty messages on them. Read our feedback. Glove box perfect, not dust, dust and mud, not all up in here. Show that, son. It's not been a farm truck, not been up and down turn rows and all that. And
it's a Southern truck, no rust whatsoever.
That 6-speed transmission is, I love it. We can't get first one we've seen in a long time. And I tell everybody, there's one little spot right here. When they sold these Katrina trailers, they sold thousands of them, folks. This truck's only got a little over 200,000 miles on it. All these hot shotters are in here. We bought about 70 of those, and all of them drove 7.3s, invariably 7.3s, with $1 million, $1.2 million, 800,000, astonishing miles. These trucks are bulletproof, these 7.3 liters. As a matter of fact, the engine, we could probably sell the engine for lots and lots of money if we wanted to part it out, but you just can't find these trucks. I mean, they're just so hard to find. This is a great truck. We're going to sell it, and I know we're going to sell it because Dan's going to sell it with no reserve. So if you want to call me, my number is 601-218-1223, 601-218-1223. I'll tell you what we'll take for the sales over. If you've got a question about it, you can call, and I'll be glad to talk to you. Answer my phone mornings, evenings, weekends. If I don't answer my phone, I will call you back. That said, as I said, we're going to sell it no reserve, but if somebody wants to buy it before the sale's over, we'll be glad to sell it. So bid what you wish, and bid as much as you want to pay. They have proxy bidding, so you'll get it. But look here, look at this nice truck. I mean, it's a great truck, folks, and you can't find one. I mean, you can't find one like this. It's a 2002 Ford F350 one-ton dually with a 7.3 liter engine, good tires, good glass. You saw the interior, how immaculate it is. You just saw everything about it. It's a Lariat. It's just got everything you want. If you went to the Ford store and ordered you one, you'd probably order it about like this, or I would, except it would cost you about $75,000. But anyway, it's a great 2002 7.3 liter one-ton dually. We're going to sell it, no reserve. So if you've got any questions, call me. We appreciate you watching this video, folks, and bidding on our vehicles. Thanks so much to our many customers around the world. As I said, we've got 1,500 positive feedbacks. We look forward to you being a customer and seeing you here in Jackson. Thank you.
Hey folks, Standell here. You listen to my dad talk about this truck, and I'm going to take you on a test drive. But first I want to show you that you can hear it run cold. This is how good it runs. But the main thing I want to show you, no blow by. Now you can see just a little bit of smoke coming out. That's normal as long as it's not puffing. But the main thing I want to show you is you can just sit this oil filler cap down on the filler tube, and it doesn't blow off. If you have one that blows off, that means you've got worn out piston rings that's letting cylinder compression get into the motor. It means you got a wore out engine. So you can see, not the case with this one. You can also see, of course, that engine's cold. Everything's working perfect. It's got these extra gauges for your boost and your exhaust temperature. Now you'll have to excuse my shaky camera work because I'm going to be driving and shifting and filming all at the same time on some of the worst roads in the city of Jackson, which usually that requires 3 hands. But since I don't have 3 hands, I'm going to have to make do. Now you heard Dad talk about that rear fender. That rear fender I wouldn't worry about if it was me, but if it is something you're worried about, like Dad said, for an extra $600 on top of your high bid, we'll fix it. Now if you want us to get some lights on it too, then you're going to basically be looking at $650 total, just so you know. Only other thing cosmetically that I would really even mention about this truck is that you can see here the little console for the overhead, whatever you call it, the overhead display for your miles per gallon and distance to empty and outside temperature. It's broke. A new one from Ford is about $120. So if that's something you're worried about, for an extra $100 on top of your bid, we will go ahead and replace it. Otherwise, we're not going to worry about it, because if you don't care, we don't care. We'll get it up to speed here. That was second. It's hard to shift and film at the same time. Oh, that's fourth. If you have any questions about this truck, you can call me. My number is 601-376-9869. I answer my phone pretty much any time. I'm gonna skip some gears in this truck just so that's less shifting I got to do. But you can see even when it's being lugged like this, it still runs good, it runs strong. Doesn't grind going into gear. Like Dad said, we put a brand new windshield in it, so obviously no issues there. I also want to point out, we spent about 150 bucks, bought a new shift boot and everything, because the old ones had some little cracks in it. It let some diesel noise in, so went ahead and got a new shift boot for it. Got a brand new one of those. You can see gets right up into the boost, no problem. There's fifth. Gets right up to speed. Oh, I did want to point out, you can see that little lower mirror is broke. The upper mirror is fine, that's all you have to worry about. As far as what works and what doesn't, all the locks work, you can see. All the windows work. You can see the little cruise light. Hit the cruise, it comes on. Turn the cruise off, it goes off. All that's in good shape. Only other thing I'm not sure about, these power mirrors don't seem to work. Now they're both not working, so it's probably either the switch over here on the door panel or a fuse. We'll check it out. If it's something simple that we have time to do, we'll fix it. If not, just, you know, if it works when you pick it up, consider it a bonus. That way, if we forget about it or don't get to it, then you won't be mad at us. Sorry, I didn't realize I'd accidentally hit the power button. But anyway, like I said, we'll try and get to the power mirrors. If we don't, well, you can always push them where you want them, and unless you've got 10 different people switching in and out of this truck, then it ain't really gonna matter. You can see I just shifted into 6th gear, it's in top gear. We'll get up some speed here on the highway, doing about 60 right now, just so you can see how well it drives down the road. And again, just keep in mind, these are some of the worst roads in Jackson, so the video may look a little shaky, but in reality, this truck rides and drives great. It's got 373 gears, so got a good highway gear. Of course, it's a 6-speed, so you can still pull whatever you want. You don't have to put it in 6, you can leave it in 5th, and if you're pulling a big camper, and it'll be the same as if you had some 410 gears, but with the 373s, gives you that option of throwing her up in the overdrive, going down the interstate, doing about 70 like we're doing now. If you want to fly in, drive this truck home, you can. It cranks right up, runs great. You can see no warning lights are lit, so I wouldn't hesitate to get in and drive it anywhere. We'll pick you up at the airport at no extra charge. Just, you know, part of what we do. We'll make it a real smooth, easy transaction. Or if you'd rather have it shipped, you know, we'll work with your shipper. We're open Monday through Friday from basically 9 to 5. So if they want to pick it up from us, they can. Or if you use somebody like DAS that has a terminal here in town, that'll save you shipping if you have it shipped terminal to terminal versus them having to send somebody over here to pick it up. We'll be glad to take it to their terminal, drop it off, no extra charge for doing that. That's just part of what we do. So like I said, we'll be glad to do that if you want us to. Still going down the road here, you can see, not running hot, not doing anything weird. I'm gonna try and, well, wrong gear. Downshift again. There we go. I'm gonna give it a little gas and let you see how it accelerates. You can see it goes in and out of all the gears just like it should. Now there's one thing I will point out, just so you know nobody gets here and gets mad at me. Sometimes it's hard to get this truck in the third. Doesn't grind, doesn't do anything weird. When you're accelerating, it's fine, but mainly when you're decelerating, sometimes you'll go to pull it down in the third and it just won't go in the third. It's like the shifter may need new bushings. I'm sure it's something simple, because it's not, like I said, it's not grinding, but occasionally it does do that. So just want to point that out, because we're not going to risk bad feedback over a wonky shifter. But that being said, this truck runs and drives great, and we had one 6 months ago that literally had almost 600,000 miles. It had been a hot shot truck, 01. It was an 01 Ford dually, but it had been a hot shot truck since it was new. So basically, it'd been riding down the road, pulling a big trailer since day one, and that truck ran perfect. You know, no blow by, shifted out, and that thing brought more than we're willing to take for this 02 with just a fraction of those miles. So that should tell you, these 7.3s, they really hold their value. It's not like a 6.0 or even the newer trucks that, you know, are worth very little down the road. And this truck, the depreciation's gone out of it. A 7.3 that runs good, that's been taken care of, is always going to be worth good money. So it's one of those things you don't have to worry about. If you take care of it, it'll take care of you. You can see we're just putting around. This is what we here in South Jackson call the ghetto. Don't worry, you don't have to come here through this part of town to get to us. But anyway, like I said, if you have any questions about this truck, or you want to make us an offer, want to you know, ask if something works or how something works, give us a call. I can tell you about the truck, or if you want to talk price and want to make an offer or whatever, call my dad, 601-218-1223, or you know, it's no reserve, so just be it, because if it gets to that last day of the sale, once it hits the last day, it's going to sell to somebody. So bid to win, because the high bidder will own this truck regardless. So anyway, that being said, appreciate you watching our video and taking the time to hear what we have to say about this truck, and we look forward to seeing you here in South Jackson. Thank you.